now they want us to take the number 66 and find all the factors. That means list all the numbers that divide evenly into 66. How do we find all the numbers that divide evenly into 66? Well, we start with 1, right? 1 times 66. Then go up to 2. Use your calculator. Take 66 on your calculator and divide by 2. You'll get 33. Then do 3. And you'll get 22. Then with 4, I think that one's a no. You'll get a decimal. I don't even know what you'll get. Let me see, 66 divided by 4. Some kind of, yeah, 16.5. That one's a no. 5's a no. You'll get a decimal. 6 times 11. 7 doesn't work. Now, wait a minute. How far do we need to go here? Well, I'm actually asking a question that I'm going to answer for you. You have to go, you stop at the square root of 66. So really, I should have done that first. Take the square root of 66, which is 8.12, blah, 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 blah. So that means stop at 8. So I got to do one more. 8 is a no. You try that on your calculator. If you take 66 divided by 8 on your calculator, it'll be 8.25. So it's a decimal. It's a no. Okay, so now I know this might seem kind of mysterious. Like, where did the square root come from all of a sudden? That's actually a great question. Why the square root? And let me answer that in just a second. But first off, let me show you that is how you do it. You take the square root of 66, which is 8.12, and that tells you where to stop. That way you don't keep going all the way up to 66, you know where to stop. So what are the numbers then that divide evenly into 66? 1, 2, 3, 6, 11, 22, 33, 66. But again, you can do it like the order doesn't matter. You can put it in any order on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 11, 22, 33, 66. There it is. There's all the numbers that divide evenly into 66. Is that making sense? Questions I can answer there. Okay, so let me explain a little bit about the square root things. I don't like giving you math without reasons. Math should have logical reasons. It does, but sometimes they're a little tough. This one's a little tough to see. Why do we stop at the square root of the number? Let me answer that for you real quick and give you a logical reason. Let's go back. Let's do 16. Let's find all factors of 16, right? All the numbers that divide into 16. Well, 1 times 16, 2 times 8. We did 16 a minute ago, right? 3 doesn't go. 4 times 4. My point is you can stop right at 4. The square root of 16 is 4. Stop at 4. Why? I think you can see it more clearly on one like this. What if you were to go further? So we're supposed to stop here. If you were to go further, 5 would be no, 6 would be no, 7 would be no, but 8 would work. 8 times 2 would be 16, right? But notice that's a repeat. And you know why it's a repeat? Because it's multiplying by smaller numbers. You see, once you go beyond 4, 4 times 4 is exactly 16, because that's the square root of 16. That's what square roots ask. What number times itself, right? So 4 times 4 is 16. Therefore, once you go beyond 4, like 8 is beyond 4, you have to multiply by a smaller number, right? 8 times a smaller number. Okay, why is that the end of the world? Well, you've already checked the smaller numbers here. See, we already did 4 and 2 and 1. And so you've already handled the smaller numbers. So do you see that? Once you get beyond the square root number, you're multiplying whatever you would do by a smaller number, and you already did the smaller number. So it's just going to be repeats. Anything beyond the square root is going to be multiplying by the second number. The second number is always going to be a smaller number. And so you're repeating stuff you already did. There's no need to go there. So the square root is the stopping point, because that's the number times itself, the exact same number twice that would make your number. Beyond that, you're multiplying by a smaller number, and you've already checked the smaller numbers. All right, so there's the reason. Hopefully that made some sense. So that's as far as we need to go. So right away, from now on, right away, we're going to take the square root of the number, square root of 66, 8.12. That means we stop at 8. We don't need to check 9. We stop at 8. Then we'll know how far we need to go.